What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
You know, it never gets old hearing that I'm a buffoon. It's fresh every time.
It kind of hurts a little bit.
It does. It's a humbling beginning to this show.
Not if you don't know what it means.
A true
Are you a buffoon?
buffoon.
If you don't know what a buffoon is, yes, you are. Congratulations.
Just saying, if you don't know what a word means, can it actually hurt you?
Well, we found out that Jason didn't know what a minch was.
Yes.
I still feel like we should not be able to say that on this family-friendly podcast.
A minch is a you are.
No, I am
a
not.
You're a minch.
How dare you, sir?
And you know what?
Watch your mouth.
You're a son of a minch.
Oh!
Am I really?
Yeah, because
How dare you speak of my mother or father or I don't know what minch means.
It's a person of integrity, Jason.
Yes, I am.
See?
I
gave you a compliment that sounded like an insult.
Yeah, I've never heard that word, so I still don't believe
And that's
you.
why the Spitballers show it's a good show that sounds like a bad show. See what I mean?
Oh, what a minch this show is.
Welcome into the Spitballers.
It's a huge
Think
minch.
that words. Nice.
Welcome in. Would you rather? That's a great question. A great mock draft. A very funny mock draft on the show today. And, we're going to get into it with a review from you, the listener.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
Oh, this one comes in from...
Did that catch you by surprise?
Yes, it totally did. I was not even on it. From Oh My Turtles from the United States of America. Number one, it's literally just three dudes arguing over pointless stuff, and it's fantastic. Number two, the intro is fabulous. Sounds like if Seinfeld was funky. Three,
I like that.
I don't know if there's a difference between the three dudes. Actually, like, to me, they're just middle-aged dads 1, 2, and 3.
I call 2.
I call 1. First the worst. Wait a minute. Number 4, they made me laugh out loud, like a really loud, gross gasp laugh in the middle of class, which I'm not happy about, but at the same time, it was funny to everyone else, and so there's that. And number 5, I get to use this to procrastinate, so yep, 5 stars. Well, thank you, Oh My Turtles, from the United States of America. We appreciate your review.
Is it, oh my turtles, as in you're exclaiming, trying to protect your animals, oh my turtles, or is it, oh my turtles?
Like you didn't expect there to be turtles, but then you discovered turtles.
It's definitely that one.
All right. I just need it clarified.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for your review. We appreciate them on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you're listening. We appreciate the subscriptions, the support.
Wow.
It's happy to be back in the new year.
I don't think I've ever ran into turtles. Like in the wild.
Like suddenly?
I've seen a wild horse before.
You have?
I've seen wild boars before. I've seen hyena. Or is that no? What are those little?
I thought you were trying to find the multiples of
Javelina?
hyenas.
Javelina.
Yes. I mean, I've seen a lot of different things in the wild.
If you've seen a wild hyena,
Yes, not a hyena. Not
where we live,
that would be.
you call the zoo.
But have either of you ever seen? Have you ever been
I've
anywhere?
seen a wild tortoise.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
A wild tortoise.
Yes.
I didn't. It feels like they don't exist.
Well,
I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, I would be like, oh, my.
Turtles.
The area where I grew up was, when I was very young, was still very underdeveloped. So
turtles are there.
In a neighboring lot, there was a tortoise.
Wow. I mean,
Wait, in a neighboring lot, like owned by somebody?
Well, there was no house there yet. It was just
dirt.
an empty lot. Because
That's
it was
crazy.
very desert-y when I was growing up.
and I don't believe you.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have someone behind you honking and tailgating everywhere you drive, or be stuck behind a lazy, slow person everywhere you walked?
Who? Like,
Now, see-
I can't get around them?
Yes,
This
that
was
is correct.
This was
is
funny because
insane.
I was in. I took the family up on New Year's Day to Prescott, Arizona. The snow had fallen. There were many dangerous roads. It was freezing cold outside, and we got caught on the sidewalk behind two elderly people, but not old enough to where they should be walking this slow. Like, I just mean like elderly to me, but not like that elderly. And it was like 3 or 4 of the moments where Bree and I just turn and look at each other like,
what is happening?
We're never getting anywhere. Like, we can't. We're freezing cold, and we can't. What do
We
you
will
do?
die in this snow.
How do you get around? Like, we have our kids with us. How do you get around these two people spreading out across the entire sidewalk?
You know what you do? You hit him with a, oh my, turtles!
They are going to go and look.
They are definitely pulling over to the side and trying to see the turtles.
It is now my new life goal, bucket list item to come across
To catch
in the
a wild
wild
turtle?
turtles, and that will be my
Also, that also reminds me of, I've also seen a giant turtle in the ocean.
I think I have seen a lake turtle.
You know, Mike's always bragging about how well traveled he is, and it all comes back to how many turtles he's seen in the wild.
That's really how I quantify my life experience.
Having somebody behind you honking and tailgating is so stress-inducing, but would you get used to it to where it's better than if you're walking everywhere behind somebody slow, like which are you most likely to get used to? Because both suck.
Well, here's the way I'm looking at it right now. Assuming that I'm in the car by myself, because this is not a maneuver you ever pull with the family, there's at least retribution for the tailgater, which is you just slow down. Just keep slowing down until you're going 15, you're going 20 under the speed limit.
But now it's your choice.
Yeah, you're going slow, and you are driving around with your family all the time. This is somebody behind you honking and tailgating you.
Yeah,
but man.
That's what I'm saying. If it's just me driving the car, the family's not there, then I'm not risking anyone else's lives, just my own personal agenda.
That'll grow.
You don't slow down on the tailgater?
I have many a time slowed down on a tailgater.
But this is different, guys. If you do that, Mike, you're accomplishing nothing because the remainder of your natural life, you have a honking tailgater.
Oh, that's valid. That's really valid.
So you just do it, and you're like, take that.
But at
then
least
you're going 15 miles an hour.
It at least brings me some semblance of joy, where if I'm stuck behind a slow person that I can never, ever pass, I'm the tailgater. I'm shouting at this person.
Now, you just
That's the difference.
A couple weeks ago drove to California.
Correct.
A nice 6.5-hour drive. How would that feel?
Oh, I don't
with honking the entirety of the way behind you, nonstop.
And right up on your butt as you're going on the freeway.
That would be a nightmare of a trip. But I feel like I would rather someone behind me that only affects me mentally. Right? I've got to overcome. I've got to rise above this stupid honking than someone in front of me that actually affects my ability. I can't get to the airplane on time.
Can I loophole this thing by not walking anywhere? Can I be on a unicycle for the rest of my life and not walk?
It has to be a unicycle.
I will absolutely let you loophole with only a unicycle. So you start practicing your unicycle skills, and we will allow it.
Okay, all right.
But, I mean, could you imagine running late to the airport? You know, when you got to get on,
you're done.
You got to get to your gate. Oh, get out of my way!
Yeah, you're done.
Now, would it work to, I mean, I don't want to be rude here, but,
push them out of
could I just trip them? Could I give them a flat tire and see you later?
You could, but then there just will be another replacement slow person.
I was say, somebody else walks right out in front
Nightmare.
of you.
This is I've seen some horror movies in my time, but this sounds like the plot of the worst. I'm going to take the honker behind me.
I'm going to take the honker as well.
Because we live in Arizona. It's hot out. The amount of times I walk, this is very few.
Well, I presume that the honker...
Well, then why wouldn't you take the walking one if you barely walk?
Well, that's a really good point.
I got very confused there.
Well, the reason is it goes back to the previous reason, which is I don't want anyone to affect me in practical life.
You just really didn't need to make the point
but
about...
I did not
know. Not walking outside a lot.
Nope, there's 3 buffoons.
I never walk. Give me the tailgater.
Give me the car one. I'm always driving. I'm an idiot.
All right, Mike, can we move on?
Yeah.
We good? Would you rather only eat with a spoon or a knife the rest of your life?
Oh, goodness.
Forks and fork derivatives have been outlawed. So this is a post-apocalyptic world where forks are gone. I'm imagining that at some point in time we find out that forks are getting into the oceans and we can't have them.
No, you can't have forks if they're in the oceans.
So a spoon or a knife for the rest of your life. Now, the knife, obviously, you've got the advantage, right? You've got some ease to cutting things that...
Certainly, but good luck cutting your soup or your cereal.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you can
Eating
can
cereal,
bowl it.
Eating cereal with a knife. Like that, I want that YouTube channel.
Do you go
challenge?
I want that eating with a knife YouTube channel.
Let's say it's a steak knife. Do you try to go mouth and risk your lips, or do you try to stab?
You pierce?
You pierce the cereal. That'd be difficult.
One Cheerio at a time?
One Cheerio.
No milk ever goes in.
Half the time it splits in half.
This is a problem.
Dang it. I've got a bunch of half Cheerios in my bowl.
But, Mike, I want to see you eat a steak with a spoon.
That's just called scoop it like a shovel, hold the whole steak, and take a bite from the outside.
That's right. Because there are things on both sides of that equation that'll be tough.
You can spread with a spoon.
I think I like ice cream and cereal so much.
You can ice cream with a knife?
You could ice cream with the knife. That's true. But you can't cereal
You
with
can
the
ice cream with a cone. Nobody's outlawing cones here.
Do you use the cone to get the ice cream? Is that how you...
Oh, the scooping is a problem. I'm going to cut out a nice square. Hey, actually, wait a minute.
Oh, goodness.
I might be onto something here. Imagine you get your ice cream container out.
And it comes with a...
And you want to put it in a cone. Instead of scooping these things out, what if I, literally just straight down with a knife, cut out a rectangle block, and I've got this perfectly shaped thing to put in my cone.
So it's like
It's the perfect shape
like a
of
thing
a
of
cone.
gold?
A square?
Maybe
Yeah, there's literally a phrase against that.
right,
I mean,
square peg into
into a round hole. Like, to say that this is not ideal, and that you're claiming
He
that
called
this
it
is
a
perfect.
perfectly shaped piece of ice cream.
Maybe I've got a square cone.
Yeah, you would have to change the cone.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So that I can knife my ice cream.
Give me a spoon. Give me a spoon. I feel like I can make the spoon's still made of metal. It's hard edged. I can. It takes a little extra forearm strength.
Man.
Yeah, there's a great song. For me, it's a weird. This is a weird fact about Mike, but you know how
I'm allergic to spoons.
No. When you watched the Ninja Turtles cartoon as a kid, the way that they depicted pizza, it looked so delicious.
Oh yeah, stretchy cheese.
Yeah. Seeing in movies and things, it's usually in a historical piece of some sort, not modern. But seeing people eat an apple with a knife, you're like, that something has never looked more delicious to me.
Really? Oh, you're talking about the thumbing,
yes.
where you thumb cut the knife.
Yes.
You're gonna take apple open.
You're going to take the knife for that
Just
reason?
for apples.
Let me ask you
Okay,
something.
you psychopath.
Honest
Apples
question.
only diet.
Honest question, because I am an idiot and I took the car after realizing that
Yeah, no,
I only
point
drive.
proven.
Name the last time you've eaten apples with a knife.
Well, literally,
literally
eating
in
it
your
off
life.
of the knife.
In your life, Mike, when was how many days ago, how many hours ago was the last time that you sat down with an apple and your beloved knife
Right.
and did that process?
I think I can confidently say within the last 20 years.
Okay, so I'm taking the knife as well, not for stupid apples. I'm taking the knife for my square ice cream cones, which are going to be a huge hit in America. And but more importantly, I'm a steak man. I can drink my soups and cereals.
I feel like I can pick up my steak with my hands and I don't care.
Oh, I want to cut in.
Well, I mean, you can't pick up anything with your hands. You have to use this utensil. I mean,
Well,
maybe
then soup is gone.
No, soup's not gone.
No, he said you can't use your hands.
Watch me dog it.
Okay.
I'm going down to that bowl and lapping that up.
All right.
I'm taking the knife for sure.
All right, I'll take the spoon, Mike.
I'm taking the knife.
Would you rather always have your outfits consist of shorts and pants that are the exact same color and pattern,
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
or have to constantly wear a hodgepodge of clashing colors and patterns?
Oh, but there's a note.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
no.
a stipulation. You can't go all black or all white.
I
when you're doing
Because you were going to go all black
You
and
darn right I was.
and be so thin.
I love the all black look. For us hefty fellas,
Says a man who wore a white Michael Jackson jacket yesterday.
It was
in
not
the
a Michael
offense.
Jackson jacket.
It was a little
It just had zippers on it and looked a lot like Michael
what's something
Jackson's
that Michael
jacket.
Jackson wore in the hit song "Beat It."
Yes, that's correct. Man, that taking out the all black really hurts. So here's where I'm a little confused.
All right.
I feel like I might already fit into one of these categories. Like, I don't match on the reg. I pretty much wear a hodgepodge of
You don't always
but
clash.
No, you don't
though.
clash.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, occasionally, like when you go with like a blue fantasy footballers T-shirt and then a white Michael Jackson jacket, it clashes a little. But most of the time, you're fine. I don't want as much. I mean, what gets you less attention? That's all I want.
less attention would be the single color.
Yeah,
But
then,
that would be bad attention
oh,
when
it's
you
the
get
worst.
it.
Like, I cannot tolerate, and my wife laughs at me frequently for this. I cannot tolerate blue shirt, blue jeans. I feel like I look like a.
Really?
I look like a blueberry. I look like what's her name from Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Yeah, I look
Violet.
like Violet. And I cannot handle the blue on blue.
Any blue on blue, like a navy with a lighter pair?
No,
Oh,
can't do it.
Any blue.
If I have blue jeans on, I will have no shade of blue as my T-shirt.
I have this
Interesting.
really nice button-up blue shirt that I got from one of our sponsors on our other podcast. It's beautiful. I wore it on. It fits. I tried it on. It fits well. It's got this white collar, this beautiful, rich, dark blue. And I've never once worn it because I would wear it with like a nice pair of jeans, and all my jeans are like dark blue, and it's just
So you're with
ridiculous.
me.
I think I'm with you. I want to go
gotta
outrageous.
You got to get the black jeans. Well, and like if you're in beige on beige,
Beige on beige is trouble.
you resemble
Not good stuff.
things that we don't talk about.
If you're beige, you're just a walking piece of skin, and I don't think it's pale
Is that
man.
man
It's pale man.
streaking?
It's pale man all over again. You
Yeah, I'm going. I want to look
But otherwise,
outrageous.
you look like a clown.
remember corduroy pants
Oh, corduroys are the best, man.
growing up in school?
I love corduroy pants.
Wait,
still?
was that a love
I
or
don't-
a love?
Love. I don't have any currently.
Then you don't love them enough.
That's accurate.
I'm definitely going mismatch, hodgepodge.
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
take the all blue.
Have you the couples that match everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Don't have any other friends.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
That's a great question.
All right, by the way, you can send in your questions for the Spitballers Podcast at spitballerspod.com, on Twitter at spitballerspod. Anywhere you find us, send us your thoughts, your questions. At this point, we're moving on to That's a Great Question, and this one is simple, guys. I mean,
Oh, this is anything
we
but simple.
we try to help people. That's what the show's all about. It's about everyday questions that are super important, like this one. At what point are you a cyborg? And this
is deep.
to be honest, it's going to happen.
100% will happen.
Because we're going to be adding more artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, biotechnology to our systems, right? Like if you could put in, blood cells, nanotechnology in your blood cells that could repair damage, that could see cancer coming.
It can clear out the cholesterol of your heart.
You're 100% right. It's a little cleaner's run. At what point do you become a cyborg? Now, we think of cyborgs as more like a 50-50 is how my brain thinks about it.
Yeah.
Like you got one eye that is clearly robotic, and you've got one eye that's not.
Wow.
And then you've got, maybe a powerful robot arm, and then you've got like a human arm. Like I'm at the 50-50 mark by default without
So
exploring
50,
it.
as soon as you hit over 49.9% of machine parts in your body, that's when you're a cyborg.
When I think of a cyborg, I think of a robot.
But the definition of cyborg is part human, part machine.
Okay, well that changes things for me.
Is the Terminator a cyborg?
I think he is.
No, he's just a full robot.
He's a robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, now because I'm thinking of Android. All my science fiction words are okay. We need to pull this.
So
up.
at what point are you no longer just a human? Is the question. At what
I'm gonna
point,
go with this.
with technology integrated into your body,
I have the answer.
Incredible.
When you stop eating food.
Oh.
Here you go. Definition of cyborg is a hypothetical person whose physical abilities are extended beyond normal human limitations. So there is
Goodness, I'm already a cyborg with my
that definition,
Apple iWatch.
That definition sucks.
It does.
You take it up with Webster.
Webster's not even close to being a cyborg.
All right, so you think it's when you stop eating food, you are now. I think you could eat food and still be a cyborg.
Well, do you want to go with dependency? You're dependent on your mechanical parts?
Well, okay,
as opposed to it being a peripheral thing?
So you're no longer eating food. I mean, you have to have an energy source. So you're saying that, like,
I'm saying if it becomes
as soon as you're solar powered,
as soon as you're mechanically
So
powered,
you have to stop at the gas station, fill her up.
but I'm saying the mechanic has to be powered by some energy source: gas, solar, nuclear.
but you're moving away from human
Food.
to robot and to being more dependent on your mechanical parts when you're being oiled instead of eating a burger.
Right.
Or
I
maybe
think we're saying the
is
same
that
thing.
more of the transition into robot?
Yeah, I feel like it's, it has to be neurological to me. It has to be something where it's like you are.
Yeah, but what if you had a human head and everything else is mechanical?
Yeah, you're
That's
going
not
full,
neurological.
full Walt Disney.
I feel like that is neurological in the point that they've figured out a way
You don't
to
know
have
that
your
myth?
brain. Yeah, no, I know that myth with Walt Disney. Yeah, wanting to.
Yeah,
do
frozen
that.
head.
Yeah,
Did he really want to do that?
Well, that's the
Disney-
urban legend is that
Walt
Walt
Disney's
Disney,
out there somewhere? His
He's
head?
frozen somewhere,
But,
waiting
like,
for his
I
robot
mean, what's the
body.
harm in
If you
freezing
can-
your own head?
If you can take the brain out of the body and put it into another body, you're no longer a human.
Right.
Unless it's a human body.
Oh.
Whoa! Boom. A brain transplant?
Yeah. They're trying that.
Yeah, like that
this is-
Ruski. He's trying the head transplant.
This
right?
is insane. Who are you then?
There's a lot of pictures of Walt Disney's frozen head.
Sorry, kids.
That's when you're a cyborg.
Is when you're reanimated?
No, I guess if we're looking at cyborg as 50, I'm gonna go with my original definition. After all this, if your body is more than 50% mechanical, you're a cyborg.
I think if you have any mechanical alteration, you have reached cyborg status.
So wait, everybody
I'm
with a prosthetic right now is a cyborg?
is it
Mike?
is it mechanically powered?
Almost all modern prosthetics, especially like legs and stuff like that, have some sort of like,
Not all of them. No, like
but I mean they have things that are like pressure sensitive. You know what I mean? Like
then yes, you're a congratulations. I mean, I think it's cool. You're a cyborg.
It's not an insult.
Yeah, this is not. I would love to be.
we
a
are
cyborg.
one step away from you being, one of those anti-mutant people.
I would just throw out the only other thing. I feel like a cyborg has to have built-in weaponry. Like,
Ooh,
what's
okay.
the point of being a cyborg if there's no like thing you can shoot out of yourself?
That's one of those like you can, so you should.
But
be.
it's one.
Right.
You only get one baby missile.
But I'm not sure a lot of
Use it
people
wise. It's like a bee. You could sting, but
once,
you're gonna
but
die.
it self-destructs. I'm not sure how all the people with actual prosthetics feel about the fact that they need weaponry.
Well, if they want to be a cyborg, yeah.
If
certainly.
you want to be a cyborg,
It's like, well, look at this cool mechanical arm I've got. I'd be like, wow, that's awesome. Does it shoot missiles? And they'd be like, no. And I'd say, you're just like me.
Human, you're just like
You're
me.
not a cyborg.
At all. What song are you embarrassed to actually love? This is our next great question. What song are you embarrassed to actually love?
Okay, I got mine already.
I know what mine is, although
I know what song I'm embarrassed to actually know.
I feel like it's just a public pressure because I'm not actually embarrassed to love, but I feel like I am.
You should be embarrassed?
Yeah, publicly saying it out loud. I should be shamed, but I'm not embarrassed. I'll let you go first. Jim.
All right, so mine, nobody was embarrassed to love this when it was out, when it was current. But right now, I feel like
I'm gonna laugh if it's the same song.
as a middle-aged man,
I'm gonna write it down just
All right.
so we're clear. I'm not cheating.
when it came out, it was super popular, and now I just feel like I'm too old to like it, and it's too, I don't know. But Lose Yourself from Eminem.
Different songs.
from Eminem, "Lose Yourself" is like, I don't know.
It's a great song.
It is a great song, and I love it. But I feel like I should be. I don't want to admit that. Like, I wouldn't go around and be like, dude, Eminem, yeah, man. I don't know. It feels a little.
You feel like the song is transcended and is now like hokey?
Well, it's like what happened with The Matrix. If you remember when that came out, how incredible that movie was. That was a cinematic masterpiece. And then it was so overdone and so mocked, like in whatever, Shrek was making fun of it, that all of a sudden it became like not cool.
I got it.
Went too far.
That's what I mean. It got played out.
So that's mine. You know, you gotta lose yourself in the music, the moment. You own it. You better never let it go.
It's a great that song pumps me up, man.
It pumps everyone up, but people don't want to say they love it. And you know what? I stand up for the people. I love that song. It's a great song.
All right, the song that I actually love because it gives me the emotional chills and feels because the singer of the song is world class, one of the best singers of all time. And no, I'm not embarrassed to say that either.
Barbra Streisand.
No, get Barb's out of my life forever.
Thank you.
No, it is.
Oh, I got it, Mike. I got it right here.
No, it's not that one. No, I love this song though. Trust me, I love this song so very much. People are ridiculous for not liking that song. No, it's "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, the song from Titanic.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
That's a good one to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, you should really be embarrassed.
But I am not. I carry that with honor.
Is that because you just respect the majesty of Celine Dion?
Her voice is incredible, but the actual song, man, when the key change happens,
I think this is a crush situation. If you're being honest, Mike.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are madly in love with Celine Dion. We know.
Wait, is he deciding whether to say? Yeah?
No, I'm deciding with what vitriol I need to rebuke your comments.
Yeah, sure. No, totally. You don't have a crush on Celine Dion, Mike. No, you would never. Andy,
I don't know what's happening.
All I'm thinking about is the mean comments you made about Sandra Bullock yesterday in the office here.
Look, I mean, she's a fine actress.
Bah. Blech.
No.
All right.
Moving on.
So you've got Celine Dion.
She was a cool
That's
dude.
Moving on.
I don't know what to go with.
Oh, you don't have a song you're embarrassed by?
But I think
Who let the dogs out?
Well, look, it's not. I don't think it's embarrassing to like Taylor Swift.
No.
In
but
general,
as a man,
but if you like the
bit.
country,
like as a
if you like her original
male.
country music, is that embarrassing?
If you like OG country,
OG Taylor Swift.
Let
country.
me help you out, Andy.
I don't know that I could sing a single song.
That's what I feel like I would be embarrassed to say that. Like I liked her old country.
You liked
stuff.
her before she was cool.
Yeah.
Let me
You're
ask.
hipster Taylor Swift.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's embarrassing for any man to say they like Taylor Swift anyway.
All right. Let me just throw this out there, Andy. Do you heart?
Believe in
Now, this
life
is not a
after love.
song, but do you heart Creed?
Yes, there it is. That's what you should be embarrassed about.
Is.
Wild world with arms wide open.
Yeah, you like that song. I know you like that song.
Sure.
Admit the truth.
Sure, Creed. I don't know why that didn't come to mind first. I was super into Creed when they were everything. I remember literally sitting down on my bed, pulling out the CD. You know how the CD case had the book,
Of course.
with the lyrics, and being like,
You gotta memorize
I was
them?
Reading
so
through 'em all?
angry when they didn't come with lyrics.
and then I remember showing my dad, like, check out this band, Dad. Like, listen to
yeah.
this with Arms Wide Open song. It's so good.
Fantastic.
So that's definitely one.
I got one that I'm actually embarrassed that I like.
Okay.
This is great.
Because I could still go back and still like it. Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Oh, is that true?
That's
This is-
such a
this-
rebellion band.
This is
That's
a
like,
true
I don't want anything to do with my parents. I'm
This
going to
is
listen to
this is a true story. I had multiple albums from them, not all, but multiples, and I drove and wore that record out.
Oh, I was thinking you
this is
drove
supposed
to
to-
a Insane Clown
Oh,
Posse
no,
dressed up with
I did
clown
not go,
face
I didn't
makeup
go full
on.
juggalo.
This is supposed to be a family-friendly show, Mike. You should not be bringing that up.
Wow.
We've got a great draft, and we're getting to it right now.
The Spitballers Draft.
I love drafts like this because there are so many ways that you could logically try to come up with the best team I think, Mike, you won last week's draft, right?
Yeah,
As it
he's in the
stands
lead right now.
And that draft was what? We did
Movie
the
Monsters.
Movie Monsters. This week, we are doing a food fight to the death.
Oh!
So let's say, it's funny. The only thing I think of when I think of food fight, still to this day, do you know what I think of?
Oh, it's got to be Hook.
It's Hook.
It's the best food fight scene of all time.
But we're not there. This is, look, you've got to pick.
It's not fun and games.
You got to pick foods.
You're in a grocery store.
And then a fight breaks out. You got 4 picks. You got to grab some foods.
I have one
Yes,
question.
of course.
Do you get one of this item?
or
do
you
I
get like
I get a few of this. Not unlimited, but I get
Let's go with the few.
okay.
You
Yeah,
get
that's
a
fair.
few.
That's
like,
fair.
You don't
But
get
you
an
can
unlimited.
hold.
It's not unlimited ammo.
Right.
All right? But we're doing a food fight to the death. So what foods are you grabbing quickly
I'm
to
at a
survive?
we're at a grocery store.
Yeah, let's go with
Yeah,
that.
we're in a grocery
Okay.
store.
You're
we're
in the
just
food and vegetable section. We're a
yeah.
couple aisles down. You're not,
Well, don't
We've got other.
confine me.
Yeah, well, it's not just fruit
all right.
and vegetables, but we're too far away from the barbecue equipment.
Yeah. You're not, and you're grabbing food. You're quickly defending yourself. I've got the number 1 pick.
Yes,
Wait, you have
do.
the number 1 pick?
He does.
I do.
Oh man, and which? Oh, so I've got the 3rd.
And the 4th, because we do snake draft. But you know what? I'm just going to go with what tastes good right now. And I'm going to go with a pineapple.
Spaghetti.
I'm going with a pineapple.
That's a good one.
It's on my list.
Because
I love Michael Keaton.
I just don't think you want a pineapple thrown at you.
No,
it's
you
not going to
don't.
be good.
You do not want a pineapple.
It's heavy. It's hard. It's spiky. There's
Yeah,
no
but-
good way to catch it. Have you ever thrown a pineapple to somebody to have them catch it?
Here's-
the answer is no,
no.
because you don't want to kill your
Here's
friends.
my problem with your pick, and it might have been on my list, but I must besmirch it now that it is yours.
Okay.
You want to throw that pineapple at me, I say I can dodge the pineapple easier than you can pick it up and grip it to
Yeah.
throw it.
Yeah,
Have
your hands.
fun. You did you get dragon skin gloves to take care of this pineapple that you're trying to kill someone with? Because your hand just fell off if you're trying to bash someone with a spiky pineapple.
Okay. I consider that your counterpoint to my pineapple. But obviously, I can grip pineapple very well and then throw it at a high rate of speed.
All right.
Mike, you've got a pick?
I think that there are a lot of logical and good foods that I can go
I just don't want you
projectile.
taking.
I can go projectile. So I want to
yeah.
lock in a good melee weapon while I have the chance.
I see what you're saying.
I'm stopping by.
Do you need range?
Don't
You need
take.
melee.
Don't take what I.
I'm taking an animal that people eat that has a literal weapon in its name. I'm taking the swordfish.
Oh,
Crap.
okay, that's
So-
good.
So I have an animal with a piercing weapon upon it.
Are
Okay.
people eating the sword?
I
No.
don't think that you.
So I
usually
think you're in
buy,
this. Nobody. Where are you
have
getting
a
it?
fillet of swordfish.
No.
You've got a fillet.
Yes,
of
he has a
swordfish.
fillet.
No, 'cause
oh,
the fish-
slap it on me. Oh, that's cold.
That's
Get
garbage.
it off.
Fish shows up whole.
Fish does not show up
Yes,
whole
it
to
does.
the local
Show me-
supermarket.
I'll say this.
Have you ever seen the videos of Seattle? Are they throwing fillets at people?
They're not
the whole
throwing
fish.
swordfish.
No, but this is a delicacy. Swordfish.
All right, we'll let the people decide whether or not you get the
That seems like a really.
the outside
a really
of this
tough one.
swordfish.
It's not
or
tough
not.
at all. I got the
All
swordfish.
I know
I've
is
never
my
seen
human-
a swordfish in any supermarket ever.
All I know is when I drafted
Maybe at
my
a fish
human,
market.
you made him be naked, and I accepted my naked human. So
I think you're slapping people with a soft
fillet of-
fillet.
All right, I'm up.
Yep.
And I am so happy you didn't take my 101. This, if I had the first pick, there's no doubt what this is because I have a memory with my father of us trying, with tools, with chisels, with hammers, with a drill to dent, let alone open a coconut. And it was darn near impossible. If I was outside and I could grab a river rock and smash, that's a weapon that can kill. Mm-hmm. And I think I could crack open a river rock easier than a non-pre-opened coconut. I see these movies where people get that coconut and they're just, let me tap it on my knee. And, look at this delicious inside. I say hogwash. That thing is indestructible, and I will hold that. I can throw it at you. If you're on the move, because of course you're running away. I got a coconut in my hand.
A coconut's going to be easier to throw than a pineapple.
Yes, and it's going to be harder to hit. I mean, if I get hit in the head with a pineapple, or I get hit in the head with a coconut, give me the pineapple. And if I'm close quarters, and I want a melee smash, that's it. I'm taking the.
Okay, you're taking a coconut. You get another
for
pick.
my second pick. I credit you, Mike. You said, does it have to be one, or can it be
multiples?
Multiples. Yeah. And sometimes you just can't get quite as close as I need to get for the Hulk smash of the coconut. I just need a little bit of distance, something that I could swing around at you. And I'm starting with a sack of potatoes. I'm taking my potato sack. I mean, think about you put the soap in the sock.
That's very good.
Give me potatoes in a sack, and I will smash.
Dang it. Those are good picks.
Yeah, watch out, fellas. Your fillet of swordfish is going to
A sack of potatoes is causing me to request. Now, he's got a fillet of fish. So, obviously, salmonella.
I did not draft a fillet. I drafted a swordfish.
In fairness, very delicious.
He drafted a swordfish. I'm drafting a shark with the teeth.
With the teeth on.
All right. Or I will say this, Mike. You can completely have the swordfish as soon as you eat the point on the swordfish. As soon as you cook up and eat the sword of a swordfish.
Now, in fairness, I'm not eating my sack. Yeah. But I do buy, for sure I buy potatoes in a sack. You can buy that sack in the
So do you eat the exterior of the pineapple?
No. Oh, that's solid.
No, it's not solid, Jason.
How is that not solid?
It's a standard fruit. The difference is I am buying a pineapple with its case.
I don't believe
I've never bought a swordfish with the sword on it.
I don't believe that any food place sells a swordfish with the sword on it.
This can be. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's turning it around.
That's a fish market.
Yeah. How could a grocery store not have a fish market inside of it?
Mike is showing right now a picture of a.
All right, you can have it.
Fish
you can
market
have it because
you
won't let it go.
Swordfish with the sword intact. All I say is, should have been a bigger man. I had a naked human. You're up.
All right. I am taking another melee weapon. Although, man, it's going to be tough to get in against the defense of the sack of potatoes, but I think I can dodge your swing once, and then I'm going to hit you with hot sauce.
Oh, no, like mace.
Yes.
You're going to Cholula my eyeballs.
I'm taking the original pepper spray of actual hot sauce, preferably in a squeeze bottle. So maybe I'm going with sriracha.
That's good. You can do the whole you hold it in your hand and
so I'm gonna
smash
go
it with your.
I'll define it as sriracha, just so people understand that this is a squeeze bottle, and I'm not doing the little herky jerk dribbles of hot sauce. This is serious business. I'm taking your eyes out.
Okay,
you will not be able to see.
Okay,
with my squeeze bottle of sriracha.
Andy, you are back up.
He's got the classic warfare swordfish hot sauce combo.
I'm in the trenches.
You are in the trenches. Wow.
And
I mean, sack of potatoes was solid.
You have 2 picks coming
up here,
I have
Andy. 2 picks, and this is
difficult.
I
think he doesn't even want 1 pick. Right?
Well, I'm sorry. You opened up. Yeah, I know. I don't. Can I grab a jar of pickles? And can I throw the jar at you?
Yes, absolutely.
So glass is involved in my equation here?
I guess
I'll say this. Absolutely. But when that glass jar breaks as I dodge it, I have every right to grab that glass just like you do.
Oh, you off the floor?
Oh, absolutely.
This thing's getting dirty.
This thing's getting dirty.
Thing's getting scary.
That glass is not just yours should it break.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
So is
I have
that
to
your
make
pick? Jar? Is that one of them?
I had considered just going canned food.
Oh, this
is getting messy,
but
man.
I mean, that's the same
I'm trying
thing.
to think of what the actual weapon value of the individual item is. So, no, I will not make that my pick. I will go with number 2. I will go with a watermelon.
Yeah, that was on
I will go with a watermelon. Now, it's just big. It's large. It can be used as defense. Nobody's been thinking about defense.
True.
Do you remember the video that was going around? I don't know if it was from Survivor.
Yes, no, it was The Amazing Race.
The Amazing Race. And they had to shoot slingshot watermelons, and they were pulling these giant slingshots back, and they were shooting them, 50 yards away. And this slingshot rebounded back and smashed the watermelon right on that person's head.
You haven't seen this, Andy?
I have.
Oh, okay.
And they
I've seen it many
survived
Yeah, somehow.
just fine.
All right.
That soft watermelon's going to be
I
just,
see what you're saying.
just fine on my hard noggin.
I
Look,
see what
this
you're
is
saying.
it's getting really heavy right now. There's a lot of dangerous food
There is.
flying around. And look, I'm going to bring a little levity to the situation.
Didn't you already take 2 things?
No.
No, he did not
You
take
did not
the
take
jar
the
of
pickles.
No, I didn't take
Okay.
the jar of pickles.
All right.
Because I'm trying to stick with the food itself. And look, I want to have a little fun too. Mm-hmm. I'm grabbing a pie. I'm going to pie you right in the face.
Oh,
You're gonna
that's
be
good for a food fight.
You're going to be embarrassed
yeah.
the rest of the fight. And you're going to have to dig out that, the lemon meringue from your eyeballs.
So it's a lemon meringue pie.
It's
I mean, we got to be specific here. I don't want.
I'm
I don't want a
finishing
cherry
last.
pie and people thinking I'm bleeding because I'm winning this fight.
I'm finishing last. Yeah, I'm going lemon meringue pie. That's my answer.
Lemon meringue pie.
That's
Beautiful.
my answer.
Could have gone jar of pickles.
No, I would never do that. I would
All
never
right.
do that.
So what is your team right now, Andy?
It's a pineapple, a watermelon, and a lemon meringue pie.
All right. Pineapple, watermelon, lemon. I've got 2 picks. My that I want.
Okay.
Can't wait. Mike, you are
I got to get some girth.
on the clock.
I think the only way to counter a watermelon would be with the pumpkin. So I will take a giant pumpkin as well.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like we've mitigated. We're just taking the same exact things. Is
a pumpkin and a watermelon. Which one would you rather be hit by? I think I would rather be hit by a watermelon.
I think a
I feel
watermelon
like the rind of a pumpkin
is harder.
is harder.
I believe so too.
Are there any foods that have like like muriatic acid inside of them?
Well, here I know. Look, you guys are thinking
I've
too
got
much in the
one.
box here. I know mine.
Go ahead.
And most grocery stores they've got little stands you can buy it fresh, and I am getting me some scalding hot coffee for a fight. And I mean, enjoy a face full of hot coffee before you get smashed with a bag of potatoes. That's mine. My food fight to the death is going to have
Jason's
hot
running out
coffee.
with a Starbucks in one hand and a sack of potatoes in his other hand.
Starbucks to the face, sack of potatoes to the body, finish with the coconut, and now guess what's going to walk all over your
Wait, what was
body?
Mike's third pick? Or is he-
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. That's right.
Mike, you gave me the inspiration with your swordfish.
Uh-oh.
Even though, look, nobody actually has a swordfish. I know you showed one picture, but you've never seen a swordfish in a grocery store you've been in your life. You want to know what I have seen in every nice grocery store I've ever been in? Not just dead, live lobsters.
Oh,
Oh, I got the pinchers
you
out.
got a team.
I got the pinchers out. He's coming for you. Look, he might not even get to you, but I promise you're scared. I promise you are scared and distracted. Coconut in the face! You didn't even see it coming.
Here's what I'll say to that, and I'll ask Andy this question. Chances that Spider Boy over here has the courage at all to remove the rubber bands from the pinchers of the lobsters.
I would ask
reach his arm into the.
I would ask the butcher, please
There's-
remove
no,
those
you don't
for
get
me.
a butcher to do that. You have to do the dirty work. So you're throwing a neutered lobster at us.
That's fine. You'll still be as scared as I
It'll
am.
be terrifying
That's-
because they're giant insects.
Yes, they are monstrosities. So I have a lobster, scalding hot coffee, a coconut, and a sack of potatoes. Whoo-wee!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The
you both know
the
you're
pickings
dead.
are slim.
You both know you're gone.
Mike has a
Well,
swordfish.
Yeah,
He
I'm
has
happy with the
hot
swordfish.
sauce.
Yeah.
He has a pumpkin.
Hashtag not worried.
Oh,
I've
my
got,
goodness.
with all the garbage I got for the swordfish, I have a pick I want to take, but clearly I can't because you will
A
find
machine
some
gun.
It's actually a flamethrower, which I pick up at my local grocery store all the time. No, I'm going to go. I threw it out there and no one took it, so I'm going to go with canned vegetables. I'm going to take the canned vegetables. Easy to throw, very accurate.
Canned veggies, that hurts a lot.
That would
Yes, it
really
would.
hurt.
It would hurt tremendously.
Well, fine. I'm going jar of pickles. Get off my back.
All right, so
I'm closing with jars of pickles.
So what is our final roster here?
I really screwed it up with this lemon meringue.
You have the funniest one.
The pineapple, the watermelon, the lemon meringue pie, because some levity to our
Still a
death,
food fight.
and jars of pickles.
Okay.
And I have the swordfish, the sriracha, pumpkin, and canned vegetables.
I have a coconut, a sack of potatoes, hot coffee, and a lobster.
Just one.
Yeah.
I only need one.
Here's what I like this idea that we're in this fight, and then a food fight referee comes out and he starts giving us some rules. Like, look, Mike, you got to open those cans of veggies and take the vegetables out, and then throw the old messy vegetables.
Then you have to throw your pickles.
I know.
True.
All
And
right.
I'm still winning.
I'm just
No,
saying,
because you have to throw your potatoes.
I'll just ignore the potatoes.
Yeah.
I'll grab my coconut, throw my lobster on you, scald you with some.
The one I wanted to take before I knew you would try and use all of your Jedi mind tricks, I wanted to grab the fruit, like as in prickly pear fruit.
Yeah.
Because those things are just covered in needles.
Yeah, but then you would be grabbing a bunch of needles.
Then I need the dragon skill gloves just to be able to throw them.
Look, we're all dead. We're all dead at the end of this fight. That's for sure.
But at least I have pie on my face, which is delicious. Thank you, Andy.
You are welcome. What did you guys learn on today's show?
I learned two things. One, I learned that Mike has a deep, deep love and crush on Celine Dion, and that square ice cream cones are the future.
It's both the square ice cream to go on inside the square ice cream cone.
Yes, because you're going to have to knife it out. I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I learned that Jason doesn't walk places, so he'd prefer annoyances while driving.
Yeah.
I've learned that both my co-hosts believe that blue on blue means you are a blueberry from a movie.
Yes.
So,
You look like an idiot.
SpitballersPod.com. Send us your questions. Thanks for hanging out with us.
There's at least 10 people realizing they're wearing all blue right now, and they're very tilting.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's the Cyborgs.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers Podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.